Hello, this is Mr. Yun from Korea. Today I'm going to talk about the reason why Koreans are so much into investing in residential properties, apartment complexes in Korea. Is it that Koreans are just illiterate financially? That they are just putting money into those apartment buildings? Or is there a tax policy reason that they're doing that? That's the basic reason, okay? So we're going to think about the governance issue. Whether that asset is paying you back adequate or proper amount of monthly income or appreciation is expected. That's the question, right? Whether you're going to approach for capital gain or you're going to have consistent income, right? That's the definition of asset, right? So on the precondition that you're owning just one unit in Korea, I'm talking about residential unit, then there is no income tax up to about 1.5 million US dollar worth apartment or a residential housing. Okay, it can be just a normal housing. That's fine. If there's no income tax, either you're having monthly rental income or you're having that specialized, which is only in Korea, which is called jeonse, which is full security deposit style. You're paying no tax at all. What's more important is the capital gain tax system. If you are possessing two properties and your overlapping period is less than 3 years, you're not paying a single capital gain tax for both properties. Okay? Of course, you've got to possess the property for more than 2 years. And if you purchased a apartment first, then there needs to be 1 year period before you purchase the B apartment. Okay, so you first purchased A apartment and then you purchased B apartment 1 year later. From that moment on, you're actually possessing two apartments. And the thing is, if you sell the first apartment before 3 years passes by from the start of owning B apartment, you're not paying a single tax on both A or B in terms of capital gain tax. So many people are doing this. Okay? So if you think hard, that means you're paying no property tax for up to 2 properties. Okay? For one family. And then property tax is so small if you're just doing that job, okay? Temporarily possessing 2 properties does not mean that you need to pay the 종부세, which is semi-wealth tax or something like that. Right? Everything forces you to actually purchase a residential property. So that justifies why Korean people are trying to purchase an apartment complex, although it's only yielding about 2.5 to 3.5% a year. Okay? All right. There's one more reason. We're going to talk about Korean stocks. Okay? So Korean stocks. We have the governance issue in Korean stocks, and we call it Korea discount. Okay, Korea discount. The thing is, the inheritance tax, which is also called estate tax, is up to 60% if you are a majority shareholder of a public company, publicly traded company. Then what would you do if you're the majority shareholder? Would you try to boost up the stock market price so that you're going to pay a lot of tax money in cash? Or are you going to try to devalue the stock price, and also you want to tunnel out the money and give it to your son or daughter for them or her, for him or her to pay the estate tax? Okay? What I'm talking about is the system itself does not motivate somebody to boost up the price, right? Because all you do is you're paying 60% of that amount as inheritance tax. Okay, we have that structural problem. Okay, so tunneling of a company has been everywhere, even in the United States till the 60s, right? 1960s, right? The thing I'm talking about is the tax system in Korea doesn't motivate majority shareholders do their best to provide equal rights to minority shareholders. Okay? So it's like, to a minority shareholder, Korean stock market is a market where you invest money, but they don't pay you back proper rental fee back. Okay? So there's very low dividend paying rate. Also, they don't do stock buybacks. If they do it, they don't eliminate the stock. It's a very long, and then they do all those things. They split the stock. They also do M&As for a lot of reasons. So it's hard to do that buy and hold strategy. Okay, all right. So a normal Korean or middle class Korean would try to purchase a residential property which is closer to the Gangnam area, right? And also they try to own U.S. stocks. Okay, either it can be listed in New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. All right. So those competitive companies, okay? And Korean bonds are investable, okay? Either it is in US dollar terms or in Korean won. That's okay. Because Koreans don't break that promise, which is to pay interest and the principal at maturity. Okay, that's okay. So Korean bonds are investable. Of course, US stocks are investable, and if you're Korean and you have to live in some property, why not invest in real estate? The thing is, they also deduct your income tax if you paid mortgage interest. So this is actually not just no income tax if you're just owning one property. Actually, they're deducting your original income tax because you paid interest to the bank. Okay, so that's it for today. If you got any questions and you still are not you still can't understand why Koreans are just purchasing those concrete apartment complexes, please comment on my video and ask questions. Bye bye.